working on some do-it-yourself lip care, and I'm going to show you how to make a really quick, really easy lip scrub, just to kind of keep your lips healthy, keep them soft, keep them smooth and soft, and just to kind of prepare you to be in the house, because you can't hug nobody or kiss them, but you know, you can start getting your lips together. Okay, so we have some ingredients here. I have white sugar. You can use light brown sugar, you can use dark brown sugar, whatever kind of sugar you want, as long as it is granulated. You don't want it to be too thick or too fine. And then I have olive oil right here. You can use jojoba, you can use coconut oil, you can use shea butter, you can use whatever you want. I've opted for olive oil because I find that it's the most softening and it works the best with our third ingredient, which is honey. I prefer to use Clover Honey or Orange Blossom Honey because they have healing properties for your skin, for your lips and things like that. And also they melt down really well. In here I have boiling hot water, and I'm going to tell you why we're going to use that in just a second. So we're going to take our honey and cover it. That's just to make sure that we don't get any water in it, because we're going to put this honey, that's why it's in the metal bowl. We're going to put the honey in the hot water and let it kind of just soften up just a little. Let it do its thing. So along with my other tools, I have a small whisk, a little spatula. It's actually a makeup spatula, but I'm using it for this purpose. And a little jar to put it in. This is one of my sample jars from a sample that I got from Macy's. I like to reuse them after I'm done with my samples. So my honey should be good and soft. So you don't want the honey to become like totally liquid. You honestly just need it thin enough to mix. So that is pretty good. Alright, and now we're going to combine our ingredients. So I'm going to, this thing is empty. The goal is to not have water in your product. So we're going to start with our warmed up honey. I'm actually going to warm the honey up just a little bit more. You can speed up the process by stirring it while it's in the hot water. That just kind of helps distribute the heat a little faster and get you where you need to go. That looks fantastic like that. I'm holding the cup in the water so it doesn't sink all the way into it. You can also melt the honey down by putting it in like a glass bowl, and putting that into a pot, like a heat safe glass bowl, and you can put it into a pot of water. Okay. Like I said, the goal is to keep water out of your product. So I'm going to put a little honey. So I only use half of the honey that I had. And then I'm going to put my olive oil in. Alright, just a little, because you want to just kind of kickstart it and see and make sure that that mixes well. And we're just going to whisk that together. You really don't need a whole lot of oil. The purpose of this of this lip scrub is not to be too thick, but not too thin. So I'm actually going to put more honey in here, because you want the oil to mix in well with the honey. And I'll show you the consistency that you want in this second. So it should start to kind of look like that, almost a little grainy. Pretty well mixed in. I'm actually gonna put a little bit more honey because I do want it a little bit stickier. The beauty of this lip mask is that it is slightly edible, so you don't have to worry about driving yourself crazy if you get a little in your mouth. It's fine. Okay, so it's fully mixed, right? So now we're gonna start to slowly add in our sugar. I'm only adding in a little at a time. And then I'm gonna mix it. So essentially what you want is for this to be almost half sugar, half honey oil. So I'm just adding in a little at a time and whisking. Just to make sure that I don't put too much. And honestly, this also can work pretty well for your face and for your body. Like if you wanted to make a larger portion of this, it works really well also for your body and your skin. Honey is a great hydrating option for your skin, for your hair, for your body, for your lips. Like it's perfectly safe. I like to put honey in my baths when I take them. Alright, so the more sugar you add, the more it starts to get like this. Almost like slime, right? So before I add anything else, I'm going to actually test it out on the back of my hand. Testing your product is good because you want to make sure that it's the consistency that you need it to be. So that's good. It's sticky, so it won't run all over the place. And you've got a good amount of exfoliant happening in there. Like that feels really good on my hand. But because I love sugar, I'm gonna put just a twinkle more sugar in there. And honestly, the consistency is pretty much up to you. You don't want to over sugar it because then it really won't work as well as you're gonna need it to. And you want to make sure that it is really, really well mixed, so it doesn't separate while in the jar, waiting for you to use it again. So that right there is a really good consistency. Again, glutton for punishment, so I'm probably going to just, And again, just mix it in there. Okay. And we've made our lip scrub. So now I'm going to transfer it to my jar. You can pretty much do that however it makes the most sense for you. And scrubbing your lips, exfoliating your lips, scrubbing your lips is best done once or twice a week. I like to exfoliate my lips before I put on matte lipstick or matte lip gloss, because sometimes what happens is if your lips are chapped and or dry, putting on matte lip color without exfoliating your lips just leads to lips that aren't smooth, and your lip color will kind of chap up and peel and crack, and it's not attractive. So there we go, our cute little lip scrub in a jar. I've got so much more in here, but I'm gonna actually just transfer this to a Tupperware for safekeeping. I recommend keeping this in a cool place. Obviously, the warmer it gets, the oil will start to separate and do its own thing. So definitely keep it in a cool place. You can put it in the fridge. If you do put it in the fridge, I would recommend taking it out of the fridge about like 10-20 minutes before you're going to use it, so that it's not so stiff and so cold. You want it to be a little bit warm when you use it. That way, it's the consistency that we need it to be. Not too stiff, not too soft. This consistency is actually perfect. It'll massage you really well. You'll get the benefit of the oil and of the honey, along with the exfoliating benefits of the sugar. So now I'm going to show you exactly how to use your lip scrub and how it works well for your lips. So here goes. Hey guys, alright, so our lip scrub is done. Pretty easy to make, and it's even easier to use. So I'm going to show you actually how to use the lip scrub that you and I just made together and how it can benefit your lips. So it's super easy. We already have it in our little sample jar. So I'm actually just going to open it up. Well, I mean, duh. You take a little, just like that. Yes, I am filming in the mirror because I don't know how to do this the other way. So you're just going to take this how you take this. Okay. And then I'm just going to put it on like a lip balm. I use 2 fingers to massage it in. So you just spread it. And then go for it. You want to use circular motions. Remember, it is a little bit edible, so some gets in your mouth, just enjoy it. Not gonna address that. Okay, cool. Now we're gonna wipe it off. I take a warm washcloth or a paper towel, whatever. And just wipe. Just like that. Scrub my lips. And then as the final step, I always put on a lip oil. Now I'll do that before like I put on makeup or before I go outside. So I'm actually gonna be using my own lip oil, my Mary's Garden lip oil. I'm using my lemongrass scent. Has a little bit of a bronzy shimmer to it. With these lip oils, I recommend shaking them just to make sure that the ingredients are thoroughly mixed together. Putting on a lip oil is really good. It moisturizes, it hydrates. Mine has SPF in it, so if you're going out in the sun, you're covered. I'm about to work out, so I'm really not trying to like, you know, get too cute. I had to get really cute to work out, but you know, that was for me. So we're just gonna put our lip oil on. The goal is to let the lip oil sink in. It doesn't stay this shiny for long. What it does is just, like I said, hydrates your lips, moisturizes your lips. It actually tastes kind of good, like almost like a butter cookie. And you just want to make sure that your lips are constantly hydrated, that you're using really quality ingredients on your lips, which is why I recommend my lip oil. But you just want to make sure that you're taking really good care of your lips the same way that you do your face, your hair, and the rest of your body. Alright, thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned something, and there'll be more DIYs coming your way, but thanks for watching this little mini tutorial. See ya!